Young Adult Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to podcast 150.
Whoa.
Come on.
That's a milestone.
It is a milestone. And to celebrate podcast 150, I have some special guests with me today. If you're watching on YouTube, you can obviously see them. If you're just listening on a podcast, I'll have them introduce themselves here in a second. But welcome back, everybody. If you are watching on YouTube, want to encourage you guys, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this episode in particular. We got some fun stuff happening. Mm-hmm. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can probably see some of the stuff that we're about to get into.
You can see. But if it's audio, they have no idea.
You have no idea. So that's going to be really exciting. Let us know. We've been getting our YouTube audience has actually been growing a little bit. We've been seeing some more comments. We've been replying to those comments. So you never know, if you comment on YouTube, it might just get read out loud on the next podcast. Mm-hmm. So make sure you guys are doing that. But we have with us today, we have the one and only Preston Crum and Kayla Lowry. They're joining me. My name is Pastor Aaron. I'm the youth pastor here at Cornerstone. This is the Cornerstone Youth and Young Adults podcast, and so I'm the youth part of that. And normally, Pastor Lucas is here with me as the young adult portion, but he's on vacay. So
he's on vacation.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
I think he went to Arkansas to see some family. So
nice.
we got two people to fill in for him here in the first segment, and then Kayla's going to hop out, and me and Preston are going to finish it up. So that's going to be really fun. But anyway, why don't you guys introduce yourselves really quickly to the audience so they know who's talking today.
Yeah, well, I'm Kayla Lowry. I am the Youth and Young Adult Administrator here. And yeah, just happy to be here.
Kayla's so happy to be here. I am Preston Crum. I also work here at church. I run the Ignited Ministry Academy.
Come on.
As well as I do a lot of different media things, videos, photos, all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. So if you follow any of our church accounts, Ignited, CY&YA, Cornerstone, on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, you're seeing Preston's content.
All the good stuff is me. Anything that you don't like, it's not me. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry about it. Yeah,
throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
He's not here, so
he can't defend himself.
I'm just kidding. Well, today we got a few minutes. One of our biggest podcasts so far has been the podcast where me and Pastor Luke tried the different healthy, in air quotes, candies. The different gummy candies, which I thought were actually really good.
I had some after the fact, and I could not disagree with you more.
And I disagreed with you because you said the worst one that you guys said. It was my favorite.
Yeah, me and Pastor Luke were dogging on the Shameless brand, and Kayla comes in. We shut the cameras off. Kayla comes in, and she's like, "Oh, this one is the best. This one is so good. This is and me and Pastor Luke are like, wrong, false." So they disagreed with us on that. So I decided, you know what? If you disagree with us so much about the gummy candies, well, I'm just going to bring them in because we got another taste test today.
Oh, boy.
This is one, I've never even heard of these. Apparently, they're from TikTok Shop. Is that true?
They're not TikTok Shop. They got big on TikTok, and it's called Nerdy Nuts. And it's this peanut butter that they make kind of like, when you go to Cold Stone and they're like, what toppings do you want in it? Da, da, da. So it's like a toppings peanut butter that people just eat by the spoonful, and they love it.
Yeah, so every food that we've tried that's gotten really big on TikTok has been disappointing a little bit to me. So, well, actually,
the
food.
Dubai chocolate.
Food, yes. The food, yes. When we did this is like a long time ago in the podcast, so you have to go back. I'm not sure what number it was. But when we did the dirty sodas on the podcast,
those are so good.
Dude, that was fire. But Dubai chocolate, a little bit disappointing. So we got another one. And I'm glad that it's not from TikTok Shop because that also scares me.
It scares me so much, dude. You don't know what's in there.
Yeah,
you don't know where it's from.
Some rabbit hole in China.
Yeah.
But anyway, We got. I love peanut butter. Okay, peanut butter is delicious. I make protein smoothies with peanut butter all the time. I've never seen peanut butter like this in my life.
I haven't either.
Oh.
Now, I have a story to tell you.
Okay.
Since I was in kindergarten, I have had nearly the same breakfast every single day. And it is a Eggo toaster waffle of any variety, and I put peanut butter on it.
All right.
And as a 23-year-old man, I can say that I have done that just about every morning since I was 4.
So you like peanut butter?
I do.
Peanut butter is great.
It's so good, dude.
We got 3 flavors. Kayla, I'm gonna let you introduce these flavors and maybe scoop us out a spoonful.
Okay.
Let's start with which one are we gonna start with here?
So what we're gonna start off with is it's the strawberry Dubai chocolate bar. So if you can see, it's like it has dried strawberries. It's got the pistachio cream, the peanut butter, and then there's like some like pink cream at the bottom. So I was actually so it comes with a spoon. Guys, they're so classy. Look at this massive spoon.
Wow, so classy.
So
that's
classy.
the mark of class is a
Yes.
giant spoon.
Giant spoon. That's right.
So I was gonna dig in first, and I will.
Oh my gosh. You know, anytime I see something
Massive.
green on food, I get incredibly concerned.
Okay.
And this whole thing is just green.
That's so much. I'm not gonna eat that whole thing, right?
I know. No, I'm trying to get the cream at the bottom.
All right, as I say, we got 3 jars of peanut butter to go through here. Let's not give that big of a
I don't need the cream.
Perfect. You need every. Oops, sorry.
I don't need the cream.
Okay, here we go. Can I go for it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm not gonna eat this entire thing right now, but here it is. This is for you guys, audience.
What do you think? Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
It's like a freeze-dried strawberry.
Uh huh.
And there's some chocolate in there. Where's the peanut butter, though?
Okay, you know what? This tastes way better than it looks. I was very hesitant about this. As far as it's definitely a treat. It's not like I'm not putting this peanut butter in my protein smoothie in the morning.
Yeah.
But that was good.
It's really good.
That was actually good.
I was a hater, but I love it.
Yeah.
Although, can you classify this as peanut butter? I don't think you can.
This is like a dessert, but that was good.
Well, no.
I'm gonna be honest.
You gotta get the last morsels.
I know. We got more to come, so.
Oh boy.
So this next one that we're gonna try is called Peanut Butter Treat, and it looks like it has all different peanuts, like right on top, and then it looks like it's got some gel at the bottom.
I don't like that.
Okay.
All right, gotta cleanse my palate with some good old water.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys get
Classic.
some water.
Not sponsored.
Oh, I might break the spoon, bro.
That looks strong.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
If you're listening, Kayla just spilled peanuts all over the floor.
Oh man.
We gotta have a podcast in here.
Kayla, if I was allergic to peanuts, I'd be dead right now.
Yeah.
Not because of the fact that I'm eating peanut butter, but the fact that you threw peanuts all over the
I'm
floor.
so sorry.
All right,
It's like Texas Roadhouse.
This one looks good. I'm gonna go in all in on
Okay,
this
go
right
in.
here.
Yeah, here we go.
Looks like there's chickpeas on top of it, but I know it's just a peanut.
This tastes just like a payday bar. Just caramel and peanut butter and nuts.
Is that what it is? Caramel?
It might be. I don't know. But don't love that one. I don't love that one. Oh, thanks.
That one was good. I liked it. Definitely not as good as the first one though. It definitely had more of the peanut taste though, which I did like. But
Yeah.
I think it was some kind of caramel or toffee and I'm not the biggest caramel guy.
Yeah. It's trying too hard. It almost feels like. Oh my gosh. if you're listening,
That is yours.
Kayla's just handed myself, and I'm going to hand it to Pastor Aaron, a spoon of peanut butter that has, is that frosting on there?
I think it's frosting and
There's
like
some
marshmallows and
some
sprinkles. Now, to some people, that might sound like the best thing ever.
To us, it sounds disgusting.
I'm gonna let everybody in on a secret. Unless marshmallows are like burned to the point of almost not being a marshmallow, I'm not a big mallow fan.
Really?
And I'm also not a huge sprinkle fan. So
Sprinkles don't like do anything though. They don't
They're
like
just sugar.
add anything.
yeah,
I'm worried because the peanut butter in this, at least on my spoon, oh, it's nasty.
yeah, it's like the lightest looking peanut butter I've ever seen.
Looks like
So this one is called birthday cake.
Birthday cake. That's right. So who wants to go first? Somebody go first, and then all right, Kayla's gonna try this.
I'll take one for the team.
All right, Kayla is eating the peanut butter right off the spoon. She
was chewing, then she stopped.
She's trying to figure out if this is good. The look on her face is saying no. She's putting the spoon down without eating all of it, which is a first for her so far.
She made a weird noise, almost like a groan.
Y'all, that's nasty. Like real nasty. Like, good luck.
Oh.
Cheers.
All right.
You want it?
Not fun.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Let's
There
go.
it is. All right, Kayla, you got to talk though. What we
Okay.
get.
So it tastes like
Whoa.
like cake batter, but like not good cake batter, with like peanut butter, and it's like, I don't even know, like chalky and kind of gross. And the marshmallows aren't marshmallows, they're chalk. And then the frosting in it offsets the whole thing and makes it just way too sugary. Way too sugary. This is like eating sugar cookies. So if you like sugar cookies,
Oh, it's like those really cheap, like or like those cookies that you would
The
get for
Pillsbury?
like, no, for like, it would be like a kid's birthday party in 4th grade, and their mom would bring in the cookies, and they're like really chalky.
Yeah, they're like a half an inch thick.
Yeah.
And then they got just like the colored frosting and the
and the
sprinkles.
That's what that is.
That's what that tastes
that's
like.
what it tastes like.
It is
And
not birthday cake.
I don't love those cookies. So
I don't either. Whoops.
Well,
Oh man,
Yeah, that one.
look at that.
That one was not it.
that can go straight in the trash. Oh, it says it has cupcake bits in it.
Cupcake bites.
peanut butter, buttercream frosting.
Spoonable spread.
Okay, that did not taste like buttercream frosting.
No.
No.
Not at all.
I wonder what the other ones say. Like this one might tell us if it has
The
caramel in
Dubai
it.
chocolate one, that was my favorite.
This does have caramel in it.
It does.
I don't know what that is. Nougat cream?
Nougat.
Nougat?
Okay. No, I thought it might be nougat.
There's like, I don't know.
Huh.
I would, if I had to vote, strawberry Dubai chocolate one.
Oh yeah,
100%.
strawberry Dubai chocolate
Yeah.
wins hands down.
But
Not a fan of the nerdy nuts. I'm gonna be honest.
I couldn't
Not a fan.
eat that. Like, you know how people, like I told you, people literally obsess over this. And are, like, buy this and they're like, keep it in their pantry because it's so good and they just eat it by the spoonful. I couldn't do that.
If I started off my morning every morning since kindergarten, spreading that on my waffle, I would be dead.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised by the Dubai chocolate one. I thought that one was really good.
Same.
And we should have ended with that one.
We set the bar too
Because
high.
we set the bar so high and it just went downhill and crashed and burned with the birthday cake.
Man. And if you love these, cool. But I don't.
If
you do.
you've ever tried any of the Nerdy Nuts peanut butters, leave a comment on YouTube. Let us know which flavors you've tried and which ones we should try if you liked it. If not, make sure you guys let us know. We want to hear from you guys. Or maybe we inspired you
Yeah.
to go out and buy. Kayla, where in the world do you buy Nerdy Nuts?
They have their own website, so you just look up nerdy nuts.
This is not endorsed, by the way.
No, just saying.
You can go, so you can buy them online. Maybe you're inspired and you want to try some of the bizarre
I want to
flavors.
know what other flavors they have.
They sold out of all of them. These are the ones that I could get my hands on. And
yeah.
the newest flavor was the strawberry Dubai chocolate.
Well, that one was good. That one was good. I actually,
Yeah.
I would eat more of that one.
I would too.
So, There you have it, audience.
You still got a ton on your spoon. You can just dig in.
I know, but we got some more important topics to get to. So Kayla's gonna head on out. See you, Kayla. Thanks for coming in and being a part of that with us.
There's peanuts all over the floor.
She did leave us a massive mess. We're gonna have
She left her mark.
to clean that up.
She made an impact.
But Preston, you and I have a much more important topic to get to. As much fun as that was.
Oh, yeah.
We got a more important topic we want to get to. We always kind of start off with a kind of a fun conversation, maybe trying something brand new, and then we want to get into something amazing. And so today's going to be a little bit different than what me and Pastor Luke have been doing because we got Preston, we got a guest on.
Yeah.
And so Preston, this is going to be a little bit more just a conversation between you and I.
Oh, sweet.
Might have a few kind of pre-planned questions I want to ask you.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the importance of good friendships. The importance of good friendships. And I think that this is something incredibly important, especially for most of our audience being youth and young adults. This is something that's so important to learn as a youth, as a young adult, to not wait until you're maybe past college or into your like adult life to find these good friends. Man, start right now. Get a group of people around you. It's so important. And so we're going to talk about this. Why is it important to have good friends? What to look for in a good friend, and what really a good friend is all about, and how to be a good friend.
Nice.
So Preston, let's start out with this question for you. What do you think defines a good friend? If you're gonna say, hey man, these are the characteristics of a good friend, what are they?
Well, I mean, the cliche is the people who will help you move and pick you up from the airport.
That's right.
Those are your good friends. And while that is kind of funny, I think that is kind of at the heart of what makes a true friend, is someone who is there for you at your highest point,
Yeah.
when you're just hanging out having fun, or at
Right.
your lowest point,
Yeah.
no matter the circumstances, someone who's reliable, someone who you can count on, and someone who's selfless as well.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of friendships sometimes people have friends who they think are their friends when it's just kind of a selfish person trying to gain something.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I want to get into, because the Bible actually has a ton to say about friendship, specifically in the book of Proverbs. So if you want to know more about what it means to be a good friend or what a good friend looks like, go and just read the book of Proverbs. It's not a super long book. You can read it in a day. And it's full of verses about friendship. And one of the things that it says is that there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. When I was in high school, I thought that verse meant that brothers, specifically younger brothers, because I'm the oldest, they bring you adversity. That's not what that means.
As a younger brother, I take offense to that. Major offense.
We'll have to work through that. But it's obviously not what it means. I think it's pretty clear. It's talking about, man, to be a true friend, you stick by somebody through adversity. That your relationship is not dependent on the circumstances. And I think that we, Preston, at least I definitely did this when I was in high school, is I picked my friends based on simply who was around me. If they were in the same class as me, they were going to be my friend.
There you go.
Right?
Perfect.
I remember being in kindergarten, and it was the easiest thing in the world to make friends. You just went up to somebody, said, hey, do you want to be my friend?
Yeah.
And they said, yeah.
Do you want to play dinosaurs?
Dude,
Yeah.
we were friends. Do you
Yeah.
want to go down the slide? Yes. Okay, boom, we're friends. But as you mature a little bit, you have to pick your friends a little bit more wisely. And I think it's really important to pick friends not just based on proximity, who's around you.
Yeah.
And this was not something that I did really well in high school. And I figured out that I didn't do it really well in high school because then when all of my friends went off to college and left, I barely ever talked to them again.
Yeah.
And I realized, they were only my friends because they were around.
Dude, same.
And then I realized, and I'll give you guys an example. So my wife, she is an amazing friend, and she has friends that live in different states. They've been friends since middle school, even elementary school, and she talks with them all the time. They FaceTime, they send each other the like text all the time, and I'm like, I barely communicate that much with my friends like that I see all the time. And so picking the friends or picking good friends is less about who's around you and who you want to surround yourself with. And that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, right next to each other.
Yeah.
Preston, me and you get to be good friends. And part of that is we get to work together, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But we also, we knew each other obviously way before we started working together.
Yeah.
And I think let's talk just for a second about why it's important to have good friends who are going to be there for you in a time of adversity, who are going to stick closer than a brother. Why do you think, Preston, that's important for us to have good friends?
Well, because if you, let's say I have no friends, I'm bummed out, I'm sad, and I have no one to turn to.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can rely on the Lord, but there is so much value in just being with other people.
Yeah.
And so if I don't have any friends, if I haven't set myself up with good friends, when I'm at my lowest point, there's going to be nobody there to support me. And actually, kind of a personal story, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, dude. So maybe a while back, I don't remember how far it was, but I was at my lowest point of my entire life.
Man.
Not going to get into detail here.
Yeah.
But I was sad. I was just bummed out, dude. I was in a dark place. And one person who kind of stuck with me through that whole time is Carlene, who's my now fiance.
Wow.
And it was during that season, like we've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
But during that season, she really supported me. She helped me. She encouraged me. And she was there for me when nobody else would.
Yeah.
And then through that, now we're getting married.
Come on. That's good.
But yeah. But I think, too, that it's super, like, obviously you don't want to pick your friends just based on proximity.
Yeah.
But I think there's value in that, too.
Yeah, there definitely is. And I think that, let me say this, I think that it's good to have multiple good friends. You know, I'm not saying that you should have 10 best friends.
Yeah, no. That's too many.
That's too many.
Too many best friends.
Even, I mean, you can look at Jesus. He had the 72, he had the multitudes, he had the 12, and then he had the 3, right?
Yeah.
And so having just a handful of close people close to you is so important. You know, one of my good friends, his name is Vinny, or we call him Vinny, because his real name is long and difficult to pronounce.
Try it.
Vinicius Tristan Santos.
Perfect.
That's close. I don't think it's perfect, but it's
perfect.
Close. And he's from Brazil, and so we talk a lot. We text, we FaceTime, we call, and it's great to have him. But it's also so important, I think, to have somebody who can physically actually be there for you.
Yeah.
You know, in times when you need some friends.
I think one thing about friendship too is it can come like from totally unexpected places.
Yeah.
Like, because you could be trying to seek friends here, and here, then suddenly, from over here, you get a friend.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of a dumb example. Can I give a dumb example?
Go for it.
Dude, one of my favorite movies is the Rocky movies.
Love it.
Which one's your favorite?
4.
Oh, nice. I think about Rocky, and in Rocky 3,
Okay.
Rocky's at a low point.
Low point.
Spoiler for this 50-year-old or 40-year-old movie. Rocky's trainer's dead. He has lost the championship belt. He's got no one there to support him. And then there's Apollo Creed.
Who's
his rival, who he has fought with the last 2 movies, who they've gone back and forth verbally, physically, and Apollo's there to help him.
Yeah.
Apollo's there to train him, and Apollo's there to help him out.
Come on.
Because Rocky was looking for all these friends in this one area with the fame and the endorsements and the women. Yikes, Rocky. But then there was no, after he lost, there was no support for him there.
Yeah.
Then out of the blue, from this other area,
yeah,
he gets a best friend.
Come on. Comes Apollo. That's good.
I know, and I think sometimes in our life we seek our friends in one direction, which like when I was in high school, I sought after my friends in my high school, in my sports teams.
Come on.
When there was lifelong friends waiting for me at church.
Come on, that's good.
And then when those friends weren't there for me anymore, those people didn't really want anything to do with me anymore.
Yeah.
You know, God sent my best friend Todd.
Yeah.
God sent other friendships, you know, in
come on.
that path. And I wasn't even looking for it.
Yeah.
Friends are good.
That's good. Okay, so me and Pastor Luke, even on this podcast, have talked a lot about some of the things that we've talked about here. So I'm going to shift gears here at the end. We got a few more minutes here. Let's talk about what does it take for you to be a good friend? Because I think we all have this idea, you know, it might be different for all of us, but we all have this idea of what a good friend that we want looks like. But what if you worked at becoming a good friend? And this is something that I did not do in high school.
Yeah.
I wanted really good friends. I saw people that had just these amazing friendships, and I thought, man, I want to be a part of that group. I want to be a part of any group. Like I want to have these friends. But I never worked at, hey, what if I actually worked on myself and becoming a great friend? That wasn't something that I wasn't like mean.
Yeah. You're not beating kids up.
No,
be my friend.
I wasn't. I wasn't a bully. I wasn't mean, but I was, like friendly. But that when the Bible says to be a friend or to have friends, you must first be friendly. Yeah. I was just that, cordially friendly. Yeah. Not working on actually becoming a great friend. And so, what are some things, Preston, that our audience, our listeners, our viewers, that we can do to actually work on ourselves at becoming better friends? Maybe to someone that we want to be best friends with, someone that we are best friends with, and we want that to go deeper. Yeah. Or even potentially we're looking for some friends, and we need to work on ourselves before we get some best friends. What are some things we can do?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of things you can do. Obviously, in your own spiritual life, get right with God first. But I think it comes down to one simple thing. I think you kind of wrap everything else into this friendship bubble. Okay. And it's being genuine.
Yeah, come on.
Genuineness.
Yeah.
And having a genuine investment in somebody else's life.
That's good.
Genuinely caring about other people's lives.
Yeah, come on.
And seeing them as not just your friend, but this is a person loved by God. This is a person who has value. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of the most genuine people I've ever met is Dylan Foss.
Yeah.
He's so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan, if you're watching, you're so nice, dude.
Shout out Dylan.
Shout out to Dylan, but he does this very well because he is incredibly genuine. Yeah. In every conversation, every group, every meeting he has with people. Yeah. He is so intentional about making sure that they're good. Yeah. Making sure that they feel loved and valued. Right. And then the friendship can happen.
Yeah. And I think I want to speak to that. I want to bring two things up. I think that for some people that can be really difficult. Yeah. Because maybe you tried that before and got hurt. Yeah. Because let's be honest, sometimes we get hurt. Yeah. People can hurt us.
Yeah. It's a terrible thing, but it happens.
And then also sometimes we want someone else to be genuine with us first before we're willing to be genuine with them. Let me speak to that really quick. There might be a little bit of wisdom in that if you're thinking, man, I don't know if I should share this with this person yet. Yeah. But if you're not willing to start being genuine, the first time that you hang out with someone, you don't need to tell them your entire life story and everything you've ever struggled with and all of your hopes and dreams and aspirations for the future. Yeah. That might be a little crazy.
You might scare them off.
They might be like, I don't want to be friends with this dude anymore.
That could be why you don't have any friends.
But you have to start. You have to start with being genuine. At least don't just try to put on a facade and be like the people that are around you. Be genuine, be who you are, and start that. And then as you become better friends, then you can obviously start opening up more and more, talk about your dreams, your plans, your future, whatever. And then let's close kind of talking about this, maybe giving some encouragement to some people who feel like, man, I feel like I don't have very great friends right now. And I'm struggling to be genuine with some people because I've tried and I keep getting hurt. Because that's very real. That does happen.
Yeah.
And so what is something that you would tell to a person who's kind of going through that moment right now?
It's a deep question.
I know, I'm springing deep questions on you.
Okay.
Deep cries out to deep, man.
That's right. That's right. Well, if you're in that situation, let me just encourage you that obviously there's a God who cares about you.
Yeah.
And God loves you. Even if you feel like you have no friends, Jesus loves you.
Yeah.
Jesus can be your friend.
Come on.
But if you are being genuine to people and you're showing a vested interest in their life and people don't want to be your friend, then that's not on you.
Right.
You know, you caring about somebody is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, you wanting to have friends isn't a bad thing. Just keep being genuine, keep being you, keep being kind, keep being friendly, like the Bible says, and those friends will come your way.
Yeah. I think that we tend to think that, oh my goodness, it's my fault.
Yeah.
And if you're being a terrible friend and you have no friends, well, then it is your fault. But
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
We're talking about, man, you're trying, you're working hard, you're working on this friendship, and you just keep getting stabbed in the back. You keep getting dropped or whatever, man. You're like, man, I'm gonna help this person, and then it comes time, and you're like, man, could you help me out? And they're like,
Yeah.
busy, bro. Every time you're like, man, I'm just investing so much. I want to encourage you with this. Like Preston said, obviously the Bible says that God is going to never forsake us. He'll never leave us nor forsake us. So He's going to be right there. But also there is something incredible about community. But there's also something that the Bible talks about this, about trust. And how you can't just build human trust like in a moment.
Yeah.
It actually takes trust is something that's not just given to somebody. Trust is something that you have to earn. Trust is something that's built and created. And so if you're working on this and you're sure you're like, oh man, I just got hurt, continue to work on building up your credibility and continue trying to trust different people who are gonna, you feel like, man, this is the kind of caliber of person that I want to be around. And if you also, like we were talking about this earlier, if you continue to work on, man, I'm gonna build up my credibility, I'm gonna be someone who's trustworthy, people who are wanting that are gonna see that and be attracted to that.
Yeah.
And so keep working on that. Don't get discouraged. Find some people who you're like, man, those are the kind of caliber of people that I want to be friends with, and start kind of imitating them. No, not imitating them, but modeling after them, even engaging them. And I promise that, man, if you're seeking the Lord on this, God is going to bring the right friends into your life. And if maybe you're somebody and you're thinking, man, I feel like I got some good friends, man, work on being even a better friend.
Yeah.
I feel like I have now 27 years into my life, finally have a good group of friends around me. But I don't want to just settle with that and be like, well, okay, these are my friends. This is how we interact. This is what it's going to be for always in eternity. I want to continue working on those friendships, getting better, getting to know them better, being a better friend to them. And so just keep on working on that.
I think one thing, too, before we close, is when I was younger, I kind of struggled with this, too. I didn't have a ton of friends.
Yeah.
And I was always kind of, like, bummed, like, oh, my gosh, like, I don't have all these large amounts of groups of friends.
Right.
But now that I'm older, I realize, if I have, like, 4 good friends...
Oh, dude, you're set.
I'm set. That's far more valuable than all of those other groups of friends. And if you're watching and you think you need, like, 20 friends to have friends...
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
If you can get 1 good friend, 2 good friends, 3 good friends, those are worth it. Those are invaluable. They're
Absolutely.
So valuable.
That's so good. That's so good. All right, well, guys, we're going to wrap this podcast up. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, podcast 150.
Big number.
This was a big number. This was a good one.
150th anniversary.
Come on.
Of the CY&YA podcast.
Of the CY&YA and
CY&YA podcast.
Man, that can get confusing sometimes.
If you say it 10 times fast,
I'm not going to try to do
the
that right
podcast
now.
will appear.
we're gonna wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a comment on YouTube. We're gonna make sure that we respond to those.
Oh yeah.
And even read some of those on the podcast. Let us know maybe what's the next thing that you want us to try. The next food, the next drink. Even if you want to hear us talk about something, let us know. If this helped you, encouraged you, let us know that in the comments as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast. Youth and Young Adult Podcast.